Hello, hello everyone, and welcome back to Okami HD. I hope that you all had an amazing Mother's Day for those that celebrate it. And likewise, I hope you all have been having a wonderful weekend. So I have been selfishly playing Oblivion Remastered because I was not feeling well, had a stomach bug, and then ended up freaking just wanting to relax. No good. This door won't budge. So we are back in Webkier, where we are trying to figure out where everybody is. Oh, I heard some sheepies. Sheepies? Oh, I already fed them. Okay, look at the little sheepy. We were just exploring a little bit of Webkier. Yeah, we already went over there, so we were just exploring a little bit. So now we're just trying to see if anybody is home. I believe if we go all the way up, we eventually find somebody, but I'm not sure. Kind of forget this part. But if not, we'll explore a little bit later. No good. This door won't budge. Just making sure there's no treasure back here. Anytime there's an open space, you know, you gotta check. So there is that. And I see a Peoples up there. An angry Peoples, but a Peoples nonetheless. Halt. Who goes there? This is the house of the village elder. If you need something from the elder, you must go through me. I'm Samickle, top warrior of the Oina Tribe. Hi, Samickle. Sheesh, who does this guy think he is? Well, at least we finally met someone from the village. So what are you doing standing around in the middle of this blizzard? Huh? That grating voice. Is that you, Isun? What in the world are you doing with that strange white wolf? That's none of your business, pal. Anyway, what's with this village? It's a total mess. Is it true demons have taken over Ezofuji? You must have been gone for some time if you don't know that. Save your questions for when you get back to your own village. That is, of course, if it hasn't already been buried by the snow. Oh, and take that suspicious wolf with you, too. Why, you little... We're done talking to you. Let us into the chief's house now. No, you may not pass. We normally don't even let strangers into the village. And I've told the villagers not to let them into their houses. They will obey me, for I am Samickle, chief of Webkier. Now be on your way. He angry. Hold on a second. You, chief? What happened to old man Kamui? He didn't buy the farm, did he? Fool, of course he's still alive. But he's been greatly weakened battling the demons. Now their hideous monsters are trying to finish him off. Since only the Elder's volcanic incantation can foil their plans, that is why I became chief of the village. I must protect the Elder from the monsters lurking in every corner. Now be on your way. Let's see, you want us to make you? I sense extraordinary power in this white wolf, but if you do not heed my warning, I'll devour you where you stand. Now be on your way. Still as stubborn as a mule, I see. Come on, Amy, I've had it with this village. Okay. Alright, I think that's all we can get from him. Can't really go around. So we're just kind of looking. Well, let's see. This path leads to Ezofuji. The gate's shut to keep the demons out. Alright. And is there anything else? Bears! Here, bears. Yeah, we recently got the achievement for filling up our animal tome, well, discovering all the animals, but I think there's another achievement for feeding all the animals. I'm not exactly sure. But we are, like I said, nearing the end of this game, so I figure we can finish it here this week, and then I have one game to play before I start Near Reincarnation, just because I want to free up the space on my PC. Figure we could do a scary game, and that'll be that. Let's see. Nope, I want sunlight. Oh, treasure. Don't mind if I do. Street. But yeah, I want to play a scary game before we get into anything else, just cause. Alright. So basically we did everything we really could do. I'm kind of trying to remember what else we are supposed to do. Because I know that eventually we do get let in by someone. I think we just have to leave the village and then that'll take care of itself. So we'll go ahead and head this away. And then hopefully that'll, there we go. Hey, wait! It's Kai! She's so adorable. Hey, you guys, wait up! Well, I'll be. I haven't seen you in ages. Isun, it is you. I thought I heard you talking to Samical. I just thought I'd come back and see how things were after my trip. I can't believe what's happened to the village since I've been gone. And that Samical's still as stubborn as ever. When did he become chief? Well, a lot's happened this past year. Look, you'll freeze if you stay outside too long. Why don't you come rest at my place? And bring your white wolf, too. Brr. At least the cold is a bit more bearable inside. It's really been ages, hasn't it, Isun? And it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance as well, Wolfie. I'm Kai. Love her deer mask. This here's Amaterasu, otherwise known as No Bath Amy. Now let's cut to the chase. There's so much I want to ask you. First of all, about those demons that are plaguing Kamui. What the heck brought that on? No one knows for certain. Those twin demons, Lechku and Nechku. They were sealed away by a brave Oina hero years and years ago. And they've been enshrined at the Waku Shrine ever since. Then one day they suddenly stirred and went berserk. A terrible blizzard descended upon Kamui. Kemu set out for the shrine at the top of Ezofuji to pacify them. But they nearly killed him. He was no match for their evil magic. Samical managed to get him just in time and bring him back. Then they got even more violent and turned Ezofuji into a glacier. They unleashed a blizzard to smother Kamui in a lair of ice and snow. Chief Samical's trying to protect the village while Kemu recovers. But there's nothing we can do against those demons. You really are in a fix if old man Kemu's prayers don't work. The day before the twin demons suddenly went berserk, we heard what sounded like an earthquake from Shinshu Field to the south. On that fateful day, Kemu declared that the evil force from the south had made its way here to Kamui. Kamui is sometimes called the Land of Hidden Darkness. And there's a legend that says all demons are born from this land. I wonder if all the world's demons are coming back to Kamui now. A black shadow passed overhead from the south recently, and vanished into the Waku Shrine as if it had been swallowed up. Actually, I think the blizzard's been stronger since then. Kai, there's something else I want to ask you. What's Oki doing with the sacred sword Kutone? I saw him with it outside the village. How could old man Kemu let him take it at a time like this? Oh, you met Oki? He left here with our sacred sword the morning after it all started. I love this music. As soon as Samical was chosen to take Kemu's place as chief, Oki just took the sword and left without permission. People from the village have tried to persuade him to bring it back, but Oki chases them off. He says he'll defeat the demons himself. He just walked away with the sacred sword? He didn't even ask permission? Well, everyone admits Oki's a great warrior. Even Samical does. But it's impossible to defeat those demons all by himself. I just don't know why he did it, now of all times. One last thing, Kai. It's about Samical. He seems awfully nervous about protecting old man Kemu. It's 'cause of Oki, isn't it? Well, everyone's angry at Oki for taking the sword like that. But you see, well, Samiko would never say it, but he believes in Oki more than anyone else does. He's convinced Oki will come back and help the village. So then why do you have to snap at us like that? He even told Furball here to get lost. Well, the day after the village was attacked by the demons, Lika went missing. Lika? As in Lika, your... That's right, my little sister. We scoured the village and the surrounding area, but we couldn't find her. She just vanished. Not poor little Lika, too. Why would those demons mess with a little girl like that? We don't know for sure if the demons are behind her disappearance, but they would certainly have reason to seek her out. You see, Lika holds the fate of this village in her hands. The fate of this village? That was Kemu's howl. He's calling to you, Isun. He's summoning the both of you. You better not keep him waiting. You don't want to be rude. Alright. Now time to go talk to Old Man Kemu. I really... Like, I don't hate this section. I love the music. I love the characters. Like, the Oina Tribe, they are some of my favorite. But, yeah. Hi, Samiko. What, you still got a bone to pick with us or something? The Elder summons the White Wolf to his home. You may enter. Well, it's about time. Out of our way, chump. Grrr. I love their transforming abilities too. Like they're amazing. Look at that belly. Jeez. So he has a Tanuki mask, but instead of having big balls, I guess he just has a big belly. This is the village elder, Old Man Kemu, but looks like he might have already kicked the bucket. How many times did Gramps here tan my hide? Bah, this is no time to be dredging up the past. Oh, grr. Who's that bad-mouthing me? Looks like there are some hides to be tanned. No. No. Ah. Oh, but Jesus. Woo. I don't know if we're supposed to outrun him or not, but I always found it funny. Oh, there we go. Huh? There we go. What happened? Was that a dream? Was I sleepwalking again? Sheesh. Old man Snooze-a-lot tans hides in his sleep, too. Why, is that little Isun? So then I wasn't dreaming. Wepkir Village Elder Kemu. I thought I heard Samiko talking to someone outside. I must say, Isun, you've grown. Barely at all since I last saw you. Damn. Ah, put a cork in it, Gramps. Did you summon us just because you wanted someone to clobber? Ah, yes, let us get down to business, eh? It is the White Wolf I wish to speak with. You've no doubt already heard this from Kai, but her little sister, Lika, has gone missing. Yeah, we know all about that. She disappeared about the time that the demons started running amok. That's right. And her disappearance threatens the very existence of our village. Kai said something like that too. I can see why you'd be worried. But don't you think you're exaggerating a bit? No, we are not exaggerating. Besides, you have been gone so long, how could you possibly know? Lika has gained spiritual power far beyond my own. Her power is now the key to saving the land of Kamui. Huh? Are you saying Lika's power can defeat those demons? Not exactly. There is another reason we need her power. It is for Ezofuji, the protector deity of Kamui. Ezofuji? As you know, Ezofuji is formed from 2 active volcanoes. Each year, I recite the volcanic incantation. That triggers an eruption that warms this frigid land of Kamui. But the demon's power has plunged Ezofuji into an icy slumber. Day by day, Kamui grows weaker and weaker, colder and colder. If we don't have Lika recite the volcanic incantation soon, the land of Kamui will become an icy tomb for us all. Why don't you just recite the incantation yourself, old man? I would if I could, but I no longer have the strength to pray in this raging blizzard. Any idea where Lika could be? That's the problem. We've searched high and low for that girl with no luck. Still, there is one place we've yet to look. Where? Yoshpet, the mysterious forest of deception. Gulp. I caught a faint whiff of Lika emanating from Yoshpet. After all, I do have the keenest nose of all the Oina Tribe. I suspect she could be somewhere around here on your map. I'd like you to conduct a thorough search of that forest. You've got to be kidding me. I wouldn't touch that place with a 10-foot pole. Oh, White Wolf, you are our last hope. Not me? Chief Samical must remain here to protect the villagers. And Oki has left the village on some fool's errand. You're the only one left. Hold on a minute, old man. Do you even know who this furball is? Do not mock me, little sprite. That pure white coat, those crimson markings, and that divine instrument. This is none other than the legendary wolf, Shiranui. That name is known far and wide, even in this distant land of Kamui. But I never dreamed the legendary wolf yet lives. Well, actually, this here is... Shiranui, please, you must help us. Lika must recite the volcanic incantation soon. Without her, the land of Kamui will become an icy tomb. I beg you, you must find Lika. I had warned the villagers to be wary of strangers, but I will make a special exception for you. And I will open the village's gate that leads to Laoki Lake. You should get what you need from the village before you set out. Okay, so, now that all that is said and done, we can actually talk to the villagers, and we can go to Laoki Lake. Even though that's not where Yoshpet is, but I don't think. I believe this is Samical's house? Yeah. The elder must have summoned you because he wanted you to go to Yoshpet. Don't forget to take that charm if you plan on entering the forest. You'll find it at the edge of Laoki Lake, north of our village. I'll put a cork in it. We already know that already. Let's get going. Well then, let me give you this bit of advice. Do not underestimate the land of Kamui. Never said I did. Now cut me some slack already. I'm going to find Lika, ain't I? I'm warning you, do not underestimate the power of nature. Kamui is a harsh land, with or without the demon's blizzard. But you're a Ponkle. You should know all that, right? Do not get yourself killed by underestimating Mother Nature. Anything good in here? I'll just take your food and your ink pots, even though I don't really have a need for it. I love his library, though. I'm definitely jealous. Alright, so... there are other houses. That is Kai's house. But we don't need that. Where's this? Where does this lead? Oh. Wahoo! I've been playing in the snow and trying to make a big snowball. It got bigger and bigger. All the grown-ups complained about the snow, but we kids love being outside. Doesn't matter how cold it is. Why don't you try and make a big snowball too? I'm only a kid, so that's the biggest I can manage, but you're bigger than me. Make it really, really huge. Alright, so we do have to collect, like, all this snow. But for a minute, just real quick, I wanna... and we need to not, like, run it into the fire. But real quick, I just want the treasures. And we can do some of the extra stuff. It won't hurt. Normally, I guess I wouldn't, like, bother at this point in the game. But, like, why not? So, again, I don't really care for the ball rolling mechanics, but I do remember, like, doing this quite often. I don't know, I always wanted to see how big of a snowball I could get. I was like, oh, I need to get all the snow. And then, like, I think the snow regenerates and you can't roll it around this area because then it's like too far gone, and it can fall into the water, so you have to be really careful because you don't want it to do that. So, at least that's what I remember anyways, but it has been a minute. But I love, like, all the little mini-games. I love being able to, like, fish and do all these little mini-games. And there's no, like, established quest. It's just someone tells you you can do something and you just go do it, and next thing you know, they give you stuff, you know? But yeah, so we would just push this and collect all the snow. And then, like, he'll grade us based on, like, how big the snowball is, basically. But the problem with it is that, like I said, the ball rolling mechanics isn't great. I believe that bear is somewhere here too. I mean, he has to be. The one that likes, the standing on, like, the orbs and stuff. I think he's somewhere in here, but I don't really remember. He might not be, though. It's just anytime I see a ball rolling mechanic, I think of that bear. I also wish the camera was better for this. I forget what the... There we go. I was like, I forget what the button is. I've been playing way too much Oblivion. So, the Oblivion remaster, though, fantastic. Like, this game is timeless, but so is Oblivion. Oblivion I have a very, love-hate relationship for. I plan on doing a different video than what I'd done before. Definitely plan on doing one for the remaster once I'm done playing it. Just to have it on the channel, but I think I'll redo my video on the OG Oblivion and kind of like do it in the way that I did the Blades video. So here's the thing, when I make a video, I'm obviously not expecting everybody to agree with me, but when I'm talking on something specifically performance issues, like normally this is something that I've experienced myself. Trust me when I say I love a lot of unpopular games. Like, I love Fallout 76, you know, I've played, like, a lot of games that people would definitely say were the absolute, like, worst. And I've loved them. I've had great amounts of fun with them. So, like, I understand wanting to defend a game that you actually enjoy. When it comes to Blades, know that I don't dislike Elder Scrolls Blades, per se. It's just, they could have done so much better with it. And they just didn't. They kind of just gave up. They were listening to their players, and then all of a sudden they just weren't. And, you know, unlike Fallout 76, where they kept listening and putting in their efforts and, you know, really just showing that they cared, you know, with this game, you know, with Blades, they kind of just looked at it and said, yeah, nah, I'm done. You know, we've done all we can, that sort of thing, and we're just gonna leave it as is. Add a few small things here and there, but nothing that the players are really asking for outside of, like, maybe some new events or something like that, you know? It really is, like, one of those things where they could have done more, and they chose not to, and so they really, you know, failed their community in not doing more. I can't tell if this ball's getting any bigger anymore. Like, it reaches a certain size, and then I don't know if it's actually getting bigger or not. I know it's getting, like, harder to roll, but definitely can't tell if it's getting bigger or not. Part of me is like, oh, I should just take it back to the kid now. Because I think it's about as big as he wanted it to be. So, I'm not really sure, though. I want to get most of these, like, huge piles of snow. Hopefully it's as big as he wanted it, but we'll see. Here you go, kid. Keep going, make it bigger. What? You want me to get all the lumps of snow? That is ridiculous. I mean, I could, but how big do you want this thing? You know, that's what I'm wanting to know. Can you imagine? And of course, it's only going to get more complicated. I also could have finished the thieves part of this, but I don't know. But no, like I said, I love some really unpopular games. I appreciate them probably more than the average person. And, but of course, the issue with liking unpopular games is you do have to understand and accept why they are unpopular, like, essentially why other people don't like them. You have to be willing to admit their failures as a game. You know, you have to be willing to admit why they failed in the first place. And, you know, essentially, like, why people don't want to play it, why they don't want to invest their time in it. Because that's the thing, I understand why people don't like Fallout 76. I understand why people gave up on Sea of Thieves. I understand all of that. You know, same as I understand why people gave up on Blades. You know, it was one of those games that had so much potential, and then they essentially ruined it. They, you know, they started making improvements like, hey, you don't want chest timers? Like, we'll take those away. And hey, you know, you want more content? Here you go. Here's the sigil quests. But then they just, you know, they didn't improve in performance. They didn't keep adding stuff. They didn't help with the grindiness of it, because really, it's just the grindiness of it. And I know that it was essentially made for mobile and then ported to Switch, but it's just like the Switch port is just so bad. You know, and I have people telling me, oh, we'll just move over to another device. But I shouldn't have to. If it's released on, you know, a console, then I should be able to play it on console. Because that was the appeal for me, was that I didn't have to download it onto my phone. Because at the time that it came out, I had a really, really shitty phone. And, you know, so I shouldn't have to download it on something else to get the best experience possible. You know, that would be like people saying, well, my phone can't handle near reincarnation, and me being like, oh, well, just get a better phone, you know? Or take the time to invest in an emulator so that you can play this game that you may not like anyways, and, you know, etc., etc., etc. You know, it sounds silly, you know, when it's out on something already, and you should be able to play it as it was released, you know? And that's the standard for any game. You know, that's why when it comes to Fallout 76, I admit, day one playthrough, I'm a day one player, I pre-ordered. You know, that game was a fucking mess. And I'll admit it got better, but it took some time. It was like a good, solid, like, what, year before it got better? So... Alright, surely this kid likes this massive fucking snowball now, and I don't need to make it any bigger. Where did you roll my snowball to, Wolfie? You are making it bigger for me, aren't you? It's literally right fucking here. Here you go. Woohoo! You did it, Wolfie. I've never seen a snowball so huge. I can't believe you got it so big. It's almost scary. But really cool, too. You're definitely the snowball king of Kamui now, Wolfie. Thank you. Yes, give me praise. First hole digging king and now snowball king. Boy, you sure have a bunch of silly titles. Who cares? Who cares about silly titles? I say I wouldn't. For a kid, hell yeah. I'd be Snowball King. Now I wonder, there's this empty area over here. I'm pretty sure once we make things a little bit calmer in this area, we can do something with it, but I'm pretty sure there's like animals or something, but I don't really remember. Stray bead. Okay, what are our upgrades looking like? Alright, so we're at 244, we need 310, or we need 400 for the final astral pouch. The health probably really is going to be the last thing that we fill. So... Alright, so that was taken care of. And when we come back, our snowball will be tiny again, so if we need to utilize it for any reason, we would have to re-roll it, so... Okay. Now... Still just gonna visit the villagers, just see. I want to see if this merchant has, if he's out. Yep, I want to see if he has gold dust. Oh, he has a snake mask. It's freezing. It's been a mess. Villagers have been slaughtered. Poor Lika has been kidnapped. Body and soul alike have been frozen solid. But you, the village elder, has welcomed you as guest. You'll want to use the opportunity to do a bit of shopping. So how about buying some local products? Yeah. Yes, gold dust. Thank you. And I can get 2 of them? Oh, thank goodness. Resurrection beads. Oh, 150,000. Damn. I need those. I need those, but that'll have to wait, of course. Which it can. I'll have another opportunity to buy them. Did I sell my fish already? Yeah. Oh, cutlass fish, whopper. I mean, I'm sure if I just sell everything, I'd have enough, maybe? So I'll just sell everything, even my fish. Because they're still recorded, I don't need them. It's just I always kept one of everything, but now I want those resurrection beads. There. I give. Thank you. And I have the, Alright, so, tools. Equipment. Resurrection beads as the sub. Divided into 7 parts. Let's see. Alright, tools, gold dust. We are going to do the resurrection beads. And we are going to go ahead and do the blade of Kusanagi. There we go. So now we have upgraded weapons. I ain't mad about that. Alright, I am gonna go ahead and save those since I ended up doing that. Let's see, yes. And of course my dogs start going crazy because people are going home. What's up? How did it go with Kamui? Did he want to talk to you about something? It was a little more than leisurely talk. We were asked to go look for Lika and Yoshpet. Yoshpet? You mean the forest in the east? I don't think anyone's been there to look for her yet. Well, that doesn't surprise me. I mean, that forest isn't exactly a prime tourist spot. Isun, are you really going to go back there? Who says I'm going back? I was using the royal we as in talking about Furball here. Yoshpet is like another world. Get lost and you might never return. But don't you worry, Ami here will find Lika. If that's the case, I'll lead the way. What? I know you must be worried, Isun, but we haven't got much time. What do you mean? The demons are waiting for the Day of Darkness. It's a solar eclipse that occurs once every 100 years. Kamui will be in total darkness for a whole day when it happens. Without sunlight, and with the demon's blizzard going on, no living thing in Kamui will be able to survive the day. There are only a few days until the Day of Darkness. If Lika's not here to recite the volcanic incantation by then... Amaterasu, you're no ordinary wolf, are you? Kamui wouldn't have asked you to do this otherwise. Maybe you're the reincarnation of the White Wolf Shiranui. You must be very strong if you can cope with Isun. And your point is? Sorry, anyways, there's no time to lose. I'll lead you into the forest, Amaterasu. Come when you're ready. I'm going to head to the edge of the forest. Alright, we do have to go get that charm, though. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. But I wanted to make sure that I got everything that I needed. And there's this one last house, which I believe belongs to the merchant, but... like I said, we just want to make sure that we have everything, so... Plus, we still have an astral pouch to fill. Not that I think we're gonna die 3 times, or 2 times, or however many times, but... because we haven't died yet. I'm not saying it won't happen, I'm just saying we haven't died yet. So... but this is a game that you can, like, you know, die, obviously. But, and I'm not saying I'm, like, great at this game or anything like that. It's just... I've played it so many times. So I would hope that I wouldn't die so easily having played it forever. So... but yeah, because I'm not going to sit here and boast when I know I do some pretty stupid things in games sometimes. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and go up to this lake area, and we're going to see what it's about, because they said something about a charm, and I believe that's the charm that's supposed to protect us while we're in Yoshpet. Alright, and this leads us up to Ezofuji. Oh yeah, this is where the Ark is. Yep. This is the altar where the sacred sword Kutone was enshrined. There's a great view of Leoki Lake and Ezofuji from here. That's why they come here to pray to the mountains each year. Too bad the sacred sword isn't here now. The altar is also dedicated to the Ark of Yamato. It's said that the Ark has been frozen in Laoki Lake for countless ages. Look, you can see it down there in the frozen lake. That's the Ark of Yamato. Ezofuji in the Ark of Yamato. This is a very sacred place for the Oina Tribe. It actually marks where the demons came from. You obtained another civilization. So these scrolls do talk about basically the lore. Let's see, travel guide. Another civilization. Yeah, so modern Nippon offers mysteries that cannot easily be explained, devices that even scholars in the capital are unable to decipher, stone artifacts that endow the wearer with special abilities. They are thought to be evidence of a civilization beyond our own. My great-grandfather spoke often of such matters. He had traveled to the windy plains of Taka Pass for brush training. While there, he noticed a strange light tracing an arc in the sky. The light eventually settled in the area of Sasa Sanctuary. Great-grandfather traveled there the following day. Where the light had landed, he saw a mysterious symbol floating in midair. It is not uncommon to hear such tales repeated here in Nippon. Whether one believes in this otherworldly civilization or not, it would seem that many among us certainly want to believe. I'm not ashamed to say I count myself among the ranks. So obviously we know from Sasa Sanctuary, that mysterious, symbol that landed in the bamboo grave, that ended up being, Mr. Bamboo's granddaughter. And she is obviously from another civilization. So there is that. And there's more to it as well. Like I said, the lore of Okami is vast. Very tragic and vast. Tanukis! You want meat? There you go. Little foxes! They're so cute. Poor things out here in the snow. But he said something about a charm, so I'm gonna go this way. Because even though I've played this game so many times, it's like, once I don't play it for a certain amount of time, there's certain areas where I just blank out and I kind of forget. There you go, have fish. Like I said, give us all that divine praise. We need it. We definitely need it. So my friend Red started playing Okami, and I'm so excited, because I bought her the game, because, like I said, this is one of those games where it's not too hard. It's got a great sense of humor. It's got wonderful characters. There's so much to love about this game. It's casual enough that literally anybody could play it. But yeah, it's casual enough that anybody could play it, and so you should, if you have the chance to. And, I'll check that out here in a minute. But yeah, just the style, the humor, everything about it, the music, it's amazing. But yeah, she started playing it. She's really loving it right now. I know who you are. Yes, that divine look of yours is unmistakable. You're the legendary White Wolf Shiranui, aren't you? Wow, they've heard that name here too. Well, I suppose Shiranui's legend did travel across the sea to Kamui. Guess it really resonates with the Oina because they're so spiritual. Oh, Isun. It's been quite a while, so you're still alive. Oina Shaman Tuskul. Heh, I ain't ready to kick the bucket yet. I just left on a little trip, that's all. Well, I'm glad to see you safe. As you can see, we haven't been so lucky here in Kamui. Since the monsters were revived, many people have lost their lives. Yeah, I've heard all about it. So what's up with those demons coming back? And where the heck is Lika? Huh. The demons have shut themselves up in Ezofuji's Waku Shrine. They're responsible for the fierce blizzards raging throughout Kamui. We're managing to keep some of it at bay thanks to Afun Gate. But when the day comes, Kamui is sure to freeze over completely. That's not what worries me most, though. What worries me is how the demons were revived in the first place. Kamui noticed it as well, but just before the demons had made their return, a dark force traveled here from the southern land. We both felt an evil energy flowing into Kamui. That's when the demons woke up, as if in response to it. Southern land. Oh, she must mean Nippon. In other words, she's talking about the return of Orochi-ami. There have been so many monsters here in Kamui that some people call it the birthplace of evil. I can't help thinking all this havoc in Nippon has its roots in Laoki Lake, the eternally frozen lake at the foot of Ezofuji. There's a large lake called Laoki at the foot of Ezofuji. I think the reason Kamui is called the birthplace of evil is because of the Ark of Yamato that rests in that lake. The Ark of Yamato. Anyone from Kamui knows that story. It's said that the legendary Iron Ark fell from the heavens. I love this art so much. My grandpa used to tell me that story. Long ago, in the Age of Myths, an iron ark fell from the celestial plane above and sunk into Laoki Lake. The celestial plane is the land above where gods dwell. The gods are known as celestials there. The ark that the celestials were on came crashing down to this land. God, this music too. It was as if they were being chased by something. What they didn't know was that on board with them were countless monsters. I can see Blockhead in the background. Screw that thing. One by one, they were consumed till all the Celestials were dead. Once the Ark crashed, the monsters disembarked and started ravaging the lands. The world hasn't been safe since. It's said that monsters still rise from the lake's depths. That must be why they call it the Lake of Demons. That's about all I know about it. Huh. I do have one thing to add to that. And that's the story of the one surviving Celestial of the Ark. The Ark fell to this world from the Celestial Plane. It was full of monsters which killed the Celestials on board. But the legends tell that there was one man who survived. He managed to escape from the hell that the Ark had become. He then fled, going into hiding somewhere in our world. First time I've heard that. They say the reason monsters still emerge from the Ark in Laoki Lake is that the ruler of darkness is still searching for that man. Ruler of darkness? Does he have a name? It's all just a legend. No one knows if it's true or not. No one has ever set foot on it. But the Ark brought tragedy to our world, that's for sure. If the powers of darkness in the world are gathering in Kamui, I believe it's because the Ark of Yamato is beckoning them. I apologize for chatting so much. Now, if you've come all this way, I am to assume you have Kemu's permission? I speak of permission to enter Yoshpet, the Forest of Confusion. Yep, that's right. I really couldn't care less, but Amy here's another story. The entrance to the forest is sealed with the Oina crest. It's our way of protecting the place from evil. There's no way that I can break the seal. But if the Elder has ordered your entry, then I must comply. Shiranui, you may have the Oina amulet. Sawaperlo. If I'm saying these words wrong, I don't care. Someone can correct me, and I will try and use that language instead. With that amulet, you can pass by the Oina crest unhindered, and you can proceed on to Yoshpet. If the Elder has deemed it to be right, there can be no mistake. You are the one who can find Lika. Find her before it's too late, and Kamui freezes over. Well, that is the goal. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, so I'm gonna explore the lake a little. Actually, I almost forgot the flower. We're gonna explore a little, and then I will end this episode probably before we head into Yoshpet, just because that will be its own little section. Is there another flower here? Or was this just telling me of this area? This strange area right here. It's probably just telling me of this area here. Still. Whoa. I see that. Yoink. That's why you always stay diligent and always look around. Sun fragment. I know there's gotta be a lot more, like, of these sun fragments, but I have yet to find them. I'm just waiting until I hit an invisible wall or something. I was about to say, but I hope there's a clover up here. Hell yeah. And treasure. Nice, 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 nice. That's why we always explore. Stray bead. I know some people have been asking for me to go for all the stray beads. I know my friend Roto, he was laughing, saying that I should go after the final blockhead. Listen, I get that it's funny, you know, that I have such a struggle with these things, but dude, I'm just telling you, it's not fun for me. You know, yes, it's a challenge, and like, challenges are great to an extent, but when they stress you out so much, like, it ain't worth it. So, you know, just understand my position that I don't want to do it. I am not interested in doing it. I don't want to do it. You know, like, it's not for me. Ooh, nice. 328. Boink. I think we have to get to 400 for our final astral pouch. I mean, at least, stuff will be easier to find in the dark, since, treasures light up and such. Yep, like that! That's the one good thing about it being, like, nighttime, though. Another stray bead. But yeah, I mean, someday I might complete Okami, but the thing is for as many games that I've actually quote-unquote completed, like, gotten all the achievements and stuff, literally, it is a comfort thing. It's whether or not I feel comfortable doing it. It's whether or not, like, it's easy to do, or it's something that I feel like is manageable with my stress. And the thing is I'm not an achievement hunter. Like, I'm really not. Like, I want to experience the game, I want to have fun with the game, but that's really all it is. It's not anything other than that. Nice. What the? Lots of stray beats here. Etched glass. I really do want to complete the treasure tome, though. Because that's the thing, there are some things that are easy, like fishing, you know, like getting all the fish, easy. You know, the freaking filling up the treasure tome, also easy. Like, these are manageable things. Manageable things with easy steps. But everything else, questionable. Alright, that's obviously not a platform I can get on. But yeah, much as I would like to someday, like, complete the stray beads, there's already some that we've probably missed that were like a one-time thing. And that's another thing with these types of games. If there's like a one-time chance to get something, where if you miss it, you miss it, I just don't like that. We're about to actually come up on one in Yoshpet. Once we go to Yoshpet, there really is no return on that one. You know, you have to divert from the path in order to get the stray bead. And I'm not the type to want to do that, so. But yeah, there's the Arc of Yamato. For a minute I was like, what is that? No, that's Ezofuji. So I don't think there's anywhere else we can go, so we're gonna go ahead and head back this way, since we now have the amulet. But yeah, no, funny as it would be to watch me rage and go insane from all this, especially Blockhead Supreme, I don't think that would be fun myself, and I prefer not to. I'm just here to show you this beautiful game, so that it is preserved, its story is preserved, and people can see how amazing it is. And from there, like, if you want to go for it, and you're like, oh man, I could do that easy peasy, then do it. You know, support these amazing creators, look forward to the sequel. Like, that's my only job, is game preservation. Anything outside of that, that is not me. Not me at all. I do think we have everything here. I'm pretty sure. And how far are we from our target? 368. Okay, we're pretty... I guess I could just go for more health instead, but I think we only get the one last astral pouch, so I really just want to save it for, really just want to save it for 400. I think there is a save point before Yoshpet, so I'll wait. The mysterious forest of Yoshpet. The entrance been sealed by the Oina crest. They did that to protect it from the monsters in these parts. That forest originally had its own power that kept them away. But I wonder if Yoshpet has lost its power. After all, no place is safe from evil in this land now. Don't know, Isun. But yeah, I definitely want to get some videos uploaded, and I am sorry about the delay. But I really just wanted to enjoy Oblivion and recuperate after my stomach bug, so... Stomach bugs are no fun. That is for sure. Alright, so it looks like we're just gonna go ahead and get into Yoshpet. There should be a save point. Oh. Ooh, look at that eyeball monster. Now, we fought this type of monster before, but I'm still not really sure how to get past all their defenses. Look at that power behind those, though. Oh. So these beads don't shoot in, there we go. These beads don't shoot in, like, one order. They have, like, a shotgun blast, so can't say I like them as much. But, you know, they're not bad either. Still, that power, though. Not gonna complain. Not, especially with 2 cherry blossoms. That's the power of gold dust, though. I did defeat the Kusa 5, but I can't remember if I did that on my own. I'm pretty sure I did that on my own and didn't do it on video, but man, that fight was hard with downgraded weapons and stuff, just whew. I could have sworn. I guess we are going to go through Yoshpet. That's fine, this video will be a little bit longer, but hey, any bit of progress is progress. The Eastern Forest. The ancient people of Kamui dubbed it Yoshpet. It means consuming forest in their ancient language. They say the forest will swallow you up if you lose your way. Kai said she'd be waiting for us here. I wonder where she is. Ah, it's Waka! Huh? Why, Amaterasu? Bah, not the half-baked prophet again. What are you looking for now, ma chérie? I'm still looking for you-know-what. But this cold sure is making it difficult. Like we really care, pretty boy. If you're gonna be dogging our tracks like this, you better tell us who you really are. Who I really am. That's right. I mean, we already know that you're up to no good. Excusez-moi, but I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just looking for a certain path. You could say I am a seeker of the eternal heavens. Aha! Now I know why you keep babbling on about the path to the heavens. You're planning a wolf murder. Then you'll take Amy's place in heaven. Huh? Heh. By that look, I take it that I've hit the nail on the head. That also explains why you keep turning up wherever we go. The path to the heavens? Bah. More like a highway to you-know-where. I don't even think they believe in a hell. You misunderstand me, my little bouncing friend. The path to the heavens I seek is not a vulgar thing such as that. My path to the heavens slumbers here in the land of Kamui. I see a heavenly ark. Heavenly ark? That's right. In Kamui, there is a ship of iron locked in ice. I can sense it now. It is almost within my grasp. You two know this, do you not, Amaterasu? Hey, leave Furball out of this. Well, I must bid you adieu. No need for any prophecies this time. Au revoir. I'm sure most of you are already putting it together, so I'm not going to blatantly say anything. But I'm pretty sure there are some of you that are, you know, like I said, putting 2 and 2 together. so no need for me to really go into detail about this. Alright, so this is where we would normally go into Yoshpet. There is a save point here, so I'm going to go ahead and do so. This will be a bit of a shorter episode than usual just because of that, but we will pick up where we left off. And then we'll just go from there. So anyways, if you like this series and if you'd like to see more, go ahead and leave a like. We are close to the end here. Of course, every like and a subscribe would really help me out. We are at 645 subscribers. I would love to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. That would be amazing. That way I'm able to, you know, start monetizing my content, and then I'm able to create more for you guys. And in this day and age where, you know, money's hurting for everybody, you know, that would help me greatly, and then I can put it towards more of the content that you guys would like to see, because right now I'm kind of just playing what I own, and you know, it'd be nice to be able to keep up with what people want to see, things that they want to delve into, and of course, like I said, my goal is always game preservation. But thank you so much for your continued support on my channel. Leave a comment if you want to talk about Okami or other games that you think I would enjoy that are like this. But yeah, thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart, and as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Alright, ciao you guys!